Unbelievable. Oh, what do you mean you don't know?
I don't know, he just asked me a question. I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here talking to myself.
I know. Well, listen, goodness me, I can't believe this. Somebody...
I want to give Ian Clark a Blue Peter badge.
What do you want to give Ian Clark a Blue Peter?
Because he's sat there waiting for us.
I know. Should we get
Well
no,
done, Ian.
you can't do that.
That's Carlos Covita.
That's Carlos Covita.
I'm tired.
Yeah, so am I. Listen, guys, awfully sorry about that. We,
Hacked. Bloody
major.
Russians, innit?
Yeah.
Bloody Russians are at me again.
Boris bloody Putin. Boris Putin, it's not
It's not
Boris.
Boris. It's not Boris Putin, is it?
It was Boris Yeltsin, wasn't it?
Yes. What's
Hey?
Putin's name?
Well, I don't know. Vladimir.
Vladimir.
What do you mean
Best
the
show
best
ever.
show ever? Get out of town. Yeah. Good morning, John Gilhooly. Good morning, Ian Clark. Good morning,
Oh,
Tracy Fagan.
the usual reprobates are watching this morning.
I'm going to tell you what happened, actually. And I don't know if this has happened. Good morning, Rob Taverner. I don't know if this has happened to you.
No.
Facebook have said I've got to increase my security. And, of course, we do everything on Facebook and YouTube and XPTV1. So
Did you steal my...
Facebook,
Did you... Oh, no, sorry.
Facebook locked me out.
Well, we did warn you last week, Eddie, about the bloody Russians.
Yeah,
And they are famous for hacking into your accounts, aren't they?
yeah,
So that's what we think.
mind you.
Me and the MI6 think that's what's happened.
Mind you, I'm going to tell you.
What's going to tell
In Russia now, he stopped everything. Still not working on YouTube. Oh, no. And I don't understand that, really, because you're watching on Facebook, Ian. But there you go. But everything has stopped.
Maybe he's a techie.
Maybe he is. Everything stopped in Russia.
Not really. I've forgot to tell you something, Eddie.
What's that?
I've got somebody in Moscow.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I forgot about this friend of mine, because, you know, I've been around, haven't I, Eddie? And I've got friends in pockets all over the world. And I forgot about this bloke. It's actually, the name I've got it under is Cafe.
Yeah,
Yes, because of his colour of his skin. I call him Cafe. It was a code name.
right.
Right. Because his friend was called Cafe con Leche. He was more whiter.
Got you.
I don't know if I've been allowed to say this. But that's his name. I've got it under Cafe. And he's originally from Cuba, Eddie.
Right.
He saved up enough money. And because Cuba in Russia, they could go, you know what I mean, because they're both communists.
Yeah.
So he went over to Russia to improve his life, to work and send money home.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right. Okay. So I'm
So he's
with you.
he's left Cuba because Cuba, there's no money, communists are working like 40 hours a week for 10 pence.
All right.
And so he thought this is an opportunity to go to Russia to work and to earn money and send money home to the family.
Okay.
So I got hold of him yesterday.
Oh, do tell. So you've got connections in Moscow.
I absolutely forgot about this connection I've got.
Come on, tell me.
So the thing is, he's telling me he's been sacked. The job. He's been sacked. They've sacked all the immigrants because a lot of Cubans actually live in Russia. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I don't know the percentage. There's 144 million people live in Russia. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Do you know how many live in Ukraine?
No idea.
44 million. So that's why I'm not blinking an eye about the 2 million. They're saying 2 million refugees have left the country.
Yeah.
There's 44 million people live in that country.
Yeah.
2 million leave?
Yeah.
No. They won't notice them.
Yeah,
Gone.
But the thing is, 2 million is still a lot of people.
It is a lot of people, but in a country of 44 million, it's nothing.
Yeah, but according to it, they're all women and children.
Yeah, because the men are saying fighting.
Exactly.
So the connection, my mole in Moscow is telling me, no food, all the foreigners have been sacked for the jobs, they've no money, the money they had, they're queuing outside banks. He's desperate. They're now, I think it's sad, the Cubans in Russia want to go back to Cuba.
Yeah.
And this guy must be one of the most unluckiest blokes I know.
I know.
Yeah? That's sad though, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I was saying, all the lines of media, like Facebook and everything, it's all been stopped in Russia now. The only thing you can watch, from what I understand, is state television.
No. They've got internet. They've still got internet. So the Facebook thing, he's still up and he's running his Facebook. He says quickly, we changed numbers because I lost the number, the contacts number, the mall cafe. They can't give you his real name. I've got to protect him, haven't I?
All right, okay, go on.
And so now I've got his WhatsApp. The WhatsApp's working.
Right, okay, so that's
It's quite
fine.
good though, isn't it?
Right, listen, Ian Clark, if you want to watch us on the big TV, open a browser and go to xptv1.com and you can comment on your Facebook, so you can still get us on the big TV. Or you can easily close your YouTube down and reopen it, and we should be there. Got a visitor for the weekend until tomorrow. Lisa Craig, wonder who that is. But what I was saying, right, is Twitter, and I never thought, but I saw a report this week that Twitter has gone on the dark web. I bet you don't even know what that is.
I've heard it mentioned.
Yeah.
But how did you get on the dark web?
But I don't know.
Nobody knows, do they?
But you see, the
So if
thing
it
is,
exists?
well, it must exist because so many people say they go on it, and you can get anything on the dark web. It's ridiculous. I don't know how to get on
So
to
you
it.
can get chicken chips and salad.
Not on the dark web. But the thing is, if Twitter are going to the dark web, then, or whatever they call it, then at least some news of what's really happening is getting through. And I think the more the word spreads in Russia, the less likely it is that Putin's going to survive.
He's not going to survive. That's quite interesting, isn't it? I've got a mole.
You got a mole, and you can have it removed.
No, the mole in bloody Moscow.
Oh, the mole in Moscow. I shouldn't have said
No,
that.
you should have said it.
Now listen, we came in the studio this morning, and I've got to say, nothing's gone right, has it?
I wasn't in the mood anyway this morning.
Absolutely
It
nothing's
started
gone
off
right.
coming down the hill,
Well,
and there was a bloody bicycle in front of me.
a bicycle.
Yeah, one of the bicycle things.
Yeah, bicycle.
Yeah.
Bicycle.
I'm like, just get out, mate. Bloody way. I've got to get to Mercadona. Oh, hang on, John's on.
Hang on, we got a Bible off, John. There
God,
you go.
glasses are coming on
Yeah,
here.
you
Not
read
new
that,
glasses.
you
I'm not
read
reading it out. I'm not reading it out. Surprised to see you, Steve, after your comments about a certain resident of Moscow last week. Half expected to hear about you being found in a ditch with a...
Poisoned umbrella inserted in you. We won't go there. Or alternately, on the bottle of Russian aftershave with the label saying Novichok. Because I'm worth it. Oh, well, that's a bit below the belt. I think everyone in the world is talking about Vlad at the moment, Vladimir Putin. But, you know, we came in this morning, and normally we sit there and we say, what are you talking about this week? I can't tell you. What are you talking about? I can't tell you. But you know what? I've been looking at the news all week, looking for something that's interesting. And all I'm seeing is the onset of World War III, Ukrainian, Russian, or if you really want some news, Katie Price has had her 5th boob job. And that, well, but that's it. That's all the news. And, you know, you can only talk so much about, I mean, okay, we feel bad for the people there, don't we? But, you know, look at him. He's gone catatonic.
Is he not a football player?
Sorry?
Is he not a football player?
No, Catatonic's not a football player.
Yes, he was.
She was a singer with Tom Jones.
Was a French football player called that?
No, that was... Oh, see, you're confusing me head this morning.
Anyway, I'm going to say good morning to Linda Hewitt.
Go on, then you say good
Otherwise
morning.
known as Bar Central Linda. Because Bar Central Linda gave me a present this week.
What have you got?
Midgets! Bloody midgets!
Midget Jones.
I've got midget Jens because they banned them in England, and she's got me a packet. Thank you, Linda.
So, if they're banned in England, that must be old stock.
No, I did check they're out of date because I didn't say to her, our reviewers have got a thing bringing over out of date stuff
Poor
for me,
boys. Yeah.
etc. No, they're in date,
Yeah.
and I'm not sharing them. They're going in my pocket with my tea bags, and I'll have them later. Thank you, Linda.
You know, John thinks we don't know Eric Cantona.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see how far you could go with
To
it.
fight after his comment.
So,
Yeah, well, I was ready to go. Ian, yes, Ian, I was ready to go. As you said last week, I had my sailor's uniform on. I actually contacted a man called Bungie. We call him Bungie.
Bungie.
But yeah, and he was in the Royal Navy, but in the submarine division.
Yeah.
And he was with his friend, and I asked the golden question. I've always wanted to ask somebody who's been in a submarine. You know, a submarine full of men. Do you ever get the urge? You know what I mean? He says no.
No. He says
no. So I was ready to go to the submarine because I would have been up the Black Sea area and
Uh-huh.
sneaked in the back doors. I like to sneak in the back door, and I would have had them. I would have had them.
Listen,
Oh, Bernie, morning, Bernie.
hang on a second, before you say anything about Bernie. Bernie is very surreptitiously turning the Multicoloured talk show into an advertising
Listen, man,
agency.
Bernie's worth it. Bernie's worth it.
Bernie's worth, yeah.
I thought I drove by her, and I double looked. Was that Bernie? I was driving along the road. She's looking fabulous. She's done something with her hair.
Yeah.
She's looking slimmer. She's looking healthier.
Well, that'll be the netball.
It could be the netball. It's definitely. She's not looking Glaswegian anymore.
But how do you look, Glaswegian?
Horrendous.
Oh, right, okay.
You don't care about your hair. There's no makeup on. You're,
All right.
you're what's the word? Slavering?
Slathering.
Slavering. Yeah, you got spots.
Is that Glaswegian?
Yeah, teeth are missing. Yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
Glaswegian. But Bernie's looking very English.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will give Bernie this advert because it's all good for our area. The news of the week is that netball started back up. 5 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Alcala Sports area beside the beach.
Where we went.
Yes, but netball, do they still play netball?
Obviously, Bernie, you can't. It's not a sport you play on your own, is it?
Well, no, obviously. Good morning,
There's
Mr.
Matt.
Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen his dog yet?
I seen a picture of I think on
Oh,
Facebook.
beautiful. I love Bertie. He's a great dog. He's
Yeah.
losing his baby teeth now. Yeah. Then he can properly bite people,
All
which
right.
is great. Good morning. Hey, Noah, how are you doing? I hope Angie had a great birthday. A sub full of semen, you might just about survive this. Yes. Still, there you go. Actually, you know Bungie, he nearly died once.
How?
He was down in his submarine and someone knocked the door.
No.
No. You nearly fell for that then.
No, somebody could knock the door, couldn't he?
Yeah, well, you're
A
not going to
diver,
open
isn't it? A bloody
Yeah,
diver.
but you're not going to open it, are you?
You're not going to bloody open it, are you?
Of course
You're
you're
not going
not,
to open
no.
it. Have you
Say
ever been
no.
in a submarine?
Yes, I went in the yellow one here, the down under the old water. Interesting.
No, I went in it, came out again, claustrophobic.
Yeah, but actually, I think it's quite open and airy down there. It's really good.
No, I just no.
No, you don't fancy being trapped down there in a vessel.
I went in it and I just thought, no.
Now we've got a new name there, Heribert Workers. Good morning, how are you? That's a great name, isn't it, there?
That's a Scandinavian name.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Looking at Norway or somewhere up there. Norway. You from Norway? You from?
I
not
think-
Fin- yeah.
I think you've managed to upset Geraldine. Absolutely. Brilliant. I can see it. Listen, when she
If
gets
anybody's seen Geraldine, you know I'm right.
listen, when she gets older, you might want to go and fight for the Ukrainians.
Oh dear.
So, like I say, we
I shouldn't
can't.
attack me on, should I?
No, you shouldn't.
I
You
should stick to
shouldn't.
the Russians, the Scousers, and the Welsh.
Yeah, you should.
I do
tell you.
apologise to everybody in Glasgow.
Do you know what I've
My
done?
mum used to say the truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah. Do you know what I've done? All that licorice that came my way, I've eaten it. I've eaten the lot. I'll give some away, obviously, but I've eaten the lot. All my licorice is gone.
I'm not a licorice person.
No, you're not. You're a pork pie person. You are. Likes a bit of pork pie. Now, listen, we did have a bit of technical problem.
No, he did.
No, we did. I mean, if you can sign my book, we had the problem. Okay, it's that simple.
Yeah,
that
so
simple.
do you get that?
Yeah.
He's just admitted it's our book.
No. I said if you can sign the book, then this is our problem. So
Right,
a
I'll buy
technical
that.
problem.
I'll go on board with that, Eddie.
So we had a technical problem, and we were going to come on today and go, hooray, party poppers, champagne and everything, because this should be the end of season, shouldn't it? This should be the end of season.
Yeah.
But I feel we've cheated a little.
No, you cheated at it.
No, we cheated a little. I mean, if we say that 45 minutes is the end of season, it's like we're cutting short 15 minutes. How are we going to pay that back?
Overtime.
Overtime, yeah. He thinks he's on overtime now. I can't believe it. Harry's already cancelled your pork pies.
Who's cancelled it?
Harry, because you said that she was a typical Glaswegian.
You wouldn't get proper pork pies in Scotland anyway. Oh, he's from Germany.
Germany.
Oh, I just insulted what was Norwegian.
Oh, hello, Harry, but welcome.
Yeah,
from
welcome,
Germany.
welcome. Wie geht's? Good? Yeah. The problem with Germany is I was explaining to some German friends that Angela Merkel has bought a house over in La Gomera. So technically, this is probably one of the safest places in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
Because Putin won't blow us up because they're best friends. Because Angela Merkel was originally from East Germany. Do you know this?
Yeah.
And that's why she did the deal with Putin, the 50% gas, which is absolutely nuts. She doesn't care. She's got plenty of gas over in La Gomera. And I explained to these Germans, in England, innit, bloody England, we had a prince with 2 women in the relationship. Angela Merkel has got 2 men in her relationship. Do you know about this, Eddie?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah,
what
she's
you're talking
married.
about.
She's married. Oh, I can't remember his bloody name. And you know who else is in the house? Her bodyguard.
Oh.
But the German government knows there's no way that the bodyguard will sleep with Angela Merkel. Lucky her husband sleeps with Angela Merkel.
Yeah.
No. Oh, she was ugly, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
And she's a midget as well.
She's not a looker. Hey, and I don't tell you one from when I went to the UK. I mean, well, none of that. What's that? Danke. Good.
Danke gut, yeah.
There you go. He's speaking German now.
Well, you got to, isn't it? You got to.
Do you make...
If this war carries on, I'll be speaking Russian next week.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Just going back to this Ukrainian war, right?
Yeah.
There is talk that Vladimir Putin could be contemplating chemical weapons.
It's a game.
What do you think it's a game?
Yeah. Britain did it. England did it, didn't they? During the Iraq War.
Mm.
They've got chemical warfare, that was an excuse for Blair to go in, wasn't it?
Mm.
And there wasn't any there. So Putin's just doing exactly the same what England did.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it is. Listen, can I just say, Ukraine couldn't even make a mojito. Never mind chemical bombs.
Yeah.
They don't have the facilities, Eddie. He's just making it up to a world stage, giving him an excuse. It looks as if they're going into Kiev by this weekend.
So what about the talk that he may use a small nuclear weapon then? Same thing applies?
No, he won't. He won't use the nuclear.
I'm not sure. I think he's just mad enough to
He's
do
mad.
so.
He can use the chemicals because he's convinced the Russians that they have chemical labs in Ukraine. But as I said, they couldn't make a mojito in Ukraine.
Yeah.
So no, and that's just an excuse for him to use it. But he's going into he'll take over Kiev.
Yeah. Well,
by this weekend.
This is my question, right?
Right.
Right. Here's my question.
Here we go.
I wonder if he is taking lessons from World War II, because when the Americans bombed Hiroshima, that effectively stopped World War II. You know what I mean? So is he thinking, okay, I'll send an atom bomb or what's it, and that'll stop it?
Because in World War II, Eddie, the Japanese didn't have nuclear power.
Right. And the Ukrainians haven't.
Yeah, but they don't. But America have. And we had a friend in which I can't because he signed the Secrets Act. What do you call it?
Official secrets.
I think, yeah. I've got a bloke, Eddie. I can't mention his name because we're live on air. He works at MOD. And he works in Fast Lane, the nuclear submarine.
Yeah.
And I says to him, are you activated? He says, I can't tell you, Steve. I said, go on. He said, I can't tell you. And I put 2 and 2 together. It's not activated. You know why? Because he came over here on holiday for 5 days. And I can't tell his name. It's Paul McBride.
Right.
Anyway, am I allowed to say that?
No.
So
No,
we have to bleep that name out.
No, we
So
can't.
he works in Fastlane. Very interesting bloke. And I tell people, if you ever see him in a pub quiz, get him on your team.
Now, here's an interesting question. Statement. John says that Adolf Hitler was not a midget. He was 5'9". Is that true? No. He wasn't.
No. Propaganda. More German propaganda, John. Yes, typical, and you bite it. Yeah, go fishing, John. That's what you do. You believe anything. Adolf Hitler.
Say that again.
Who?
Did you just say Adolf Hitler?
No, Adolf.
Adolf.
Yeah, well, Mr. Hitler.
Not Adolf.
We shouldn't even be talking to Hitler. I've been German viewers on here. Yeah, we do apologise. I never brought it up. We're talking about Ukraine. We're talking about Russia. We're talking about Sleepy Joe who hasn't got a pair of balls. We don't need to mention the past, do we?
Yeah, well, that's right. Gerald says they didn't surrender until the second bomb was dropped. But if Putin's using that as a point of reference, he might just be mad enough. He said he's a bloody nutter. Somebody needs to remove Putin. I totally agree. I blame Yeltsin, actually. I blame
Boris?
Yeah, Boris Yeltsin. I blame him because he was the one that gave Putin the job as head of KGB. But there you go.
But don't forget that Putin killed his own people to become president. Did I tell you this last week?
Mm-hmm.
The Chechen War, was that what it was called?
Chechnya.
Yeah, he blamed them, the rebels, for blowing up buildings in Moscow, and it wasn't, it was him.
Yeah. See, Matt's saying Ukraine's got more chemical weapons capability than the UK. They're a world leader in nuclear science and power stations. Yeah,
They were, weren't they?
Well, they've got 2 nuclear
They
reactors.
dismantled them, did they not? That was the deal.
Well,
Because that was where the USSR, wasn't it? That's where the chemicals were. No, the nuclear.
yeah. But you see, what happened is you got Chernobyl, as we all know, had the big meltdown, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they encased it. But
What year was that?
Putin has been bombing it now, trying to reopen it. What a nutcase. I mean, is it just me that thinks he's a nutcase? Is there anyone in this world outside of Russia, because they've been brainwashed, but is there anyone who thinks there's any shred of decency to Putin at all? Anyone at all?
That's it.
I just have one person.
They're frightened to say it. If any of his generals, did you see it this week? They had the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Did
generals
you
were
see how
terrified.
far they were away from
They
it?
were terrified of him.
My
It was like
God.
going up to see the headmaster. That's what it was, wasn't it? They were terrified. Are we being attacked?
Do you know, I think we're under cyber attack, I do. I think we are. Good morning, Janet Kirk. Yeah.
Oh, Janet. Up nice and early today, aren't you? 12:45.
Is that
Oh,
early?
she's on the sherry, she is. She loves the sherry.
So Christmas drink, that is. So what's what?
What am I talking about? You just...
Well, I was just wondering,
You
you know,
waffle.
if anyone has got a good word to say about Putin. Me personally, I think he's a madman. And I think he's capable of pressing any bloody button he wants. I do.
They've only got themselves to blame.
Why?
They let this happen.
Who did?
The world.
Oh, the world.
It goes back down to the weeding. Weeding. You know weeding? Do you know what I mean, Eddie?
What's weeding?
Weeding.
Weeding.
Yes, it's a term we use
For what?
for if you've got a garden, right?
Oh, weeding.
Yes, you got to stay on top of it.
Yes. Weeding, not weeding.
No, you got to stay on top of the weeding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you leave your garden for so long, it's covered in weeds.
Yeah.
So you got to stay on top of it. So that's like Putin, the mad Russians. They let it go, didn't they? They just let it go. They should have taken them out years ago.
Well, that's an interesting
We got
question.
echoey.
Are we going to echo it? Oh.
Okay, Bennett, here we go.
Right.
Now they have a reporter. Must be the
Right.
oldest reporter going.
So
Is
here we go.
Teddy going to open its heart and borders to give after you go vetting?
Yeah, of course they should. Of course they should.
Excuse me, Mr. Bennett. The Canadian government are looking after the Ukrainians who are stuck here on holiday.
Yeah.
They put them up in hotels. They've been well looked after.
Yeah.
Unlike the UK, they don't need the visas to stay here, etc., etc. Yeah? Like the UK visa.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Why do they have to write so much?
I got this one though. John Gildooley says, in answer to your question, yes, Donald Trump.
What question?
About does anybody have a good word for it? Donald Trump this week was saying, why don't we paint our planes in Chinese colours and go bomb them and then watch them? Oh, he hasn't got a good word to say about them either.
Did he say that? Paint the planes Chinese?
Yes.
Did he say that?
Yeah. He said we should paint all the planes with the Chinese flag and send them over and bomb Russia. I don't know. But yeah, it's one of them things.
Why he thinks he's doing the right thing. He's been
Yeah, listen, we have got gremlins today, yeah. But, you know, I mean, I just can't work it out. I really can't work it out. I know there's got to be hit squads out there at the moment trying to find Putin, because there are hit squads out there trying to find Vladimir Zelensky. So, there are hit squads going. What you found interesting? What?
That's it. Matt's on one.
Matt's, well, no, he's been quite sensible, I think.
I want to know what's happening, Eddie.
What do you mean,
With
what's
Matt
happening?
Johnston.
What's happening with Matt Johnston? Tell
He'll
me.
know. He'll know about this. There seems to be, yesterday was fish and chip day, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Around the world,
yeah, Friday.
apart from the chicken shack.
Yeah. And then it's chicken and chips there.
And I heard through the grapevine from a very good source of mine who's in the business area,
Yeah.
there's a massive shortage of buying cod at the moment.
A cod shortage?
Yes, the people are finding it difficult.
It's a new cod war?
A cod war, yes.
Oh my God.
So, I was saying to people, make sure if they're advertising cod and chips, you're having cod. They're not pumping off some haddock or some panga.
Oh, I don't like that panga. That is a horrible fish.
It's not, it's from Vietnam.
It's horrible. Oh, no.
No, it's the way you cook it, isn't it?
I don't care.
No.
I've had it cooked several ways and I haven't liked it once.
Why?
I just don't like it.
Too light, too fluffy,
No,
too...
rubbish.
You can swear there.
That was close. That was very close. I think you got us took off air then.
No, that's my job.
I know it
That's
is,
my
yeah.
job.
But yeah.
Yeah, so not only has the oil, cooking oil went up 400%, there's now a shortage of cod. And I mean, what's that got to do with the Ukrainians? Here we go. Here's Matt. Yes, there's a cod shortage. Prices have shot up. Most cod comes from Russia. There we go, Matt. There we
But
go.
you see, all this affects everything in ways you wouldn't even think. You know, I mean, it's all right talking about gas and oil and everything, but it all has a knock-on effect, doesn't
Everything.
it?
Margarine.
Margarine.
Yeah.
How's it going to affect margarine?
How do you make margarine?
I don't know.
Oil.
Yeah, but that's
Mayonnaise.
a
Oil.
vegetable oil, isn't it? But
That's
then
what I'm talking
again,
about. Vegetable. That's what we're talking about. Vegetable oil. It comes from Ukraine.
yeah,
National flour, sunflower, grillisol,
Yeah.
sunflower.
girasol, not girasol. You're having real problems with your mouth today, you are.
I did last night. Anyway, don't worry, I've got my sauce, still got the good stuff. Well done, Matt. That's Paddy's got the proper cod, as we like to see. But there are certain places in Las Vegas we can't mention do sell off panga.
Yeah, we can't
Don't
tell you.
admit, no.
No.
Some people wouldn't tell the difference, to be honest with you.
Sunflower oil comes from the Ukraine, not vegetable. That's what we was just saying. We use the word girasol, and girasol is the Spanish word for sunflower. Is it not?
It is, Eddie. It is.
Yeah.
It's all education today, isn't it?
It is totally education.
It's a nice little show then. I like to be
Well,
educated.
sorry,
Oh, he's touching me
no,
like
that's
that.
cool.
Meant to say Goldgate conspiracy.
Colgate.
Is that not toothpaste?
Yeah, I thought so. Well, you called it Colgate earlier. But, I mean, petrol prices have gone through the roof. I mean, how much is it in the UK now? 150, 159 or something like that? But it's all a direct knock-on effect. But the thing is, once the crisis is over,
Yeah.
are those prices going to come down? No.
Eddie, you know I'm a bit unstable.
Yes, I know you're unstable.
So I checked the prices
Yeah,
of horses
yeah.
in the Canary Islands.
You check the prices of horses.
Yeah, last night. 4 times the price now.
Are you thinking of buying a horse?
I looked at the price of the petrol.
Yeah.
And I thought, God, see, just get yourself a horse. I do horse riding, don't I? I've got pictures. I go around the world
Yeah.
and riding horses. And I thought, just get myself a bloody horse, won't I?
You live that far away from the chicken shack. You'd kill a horse on the way down.
No, we didn't.
You
Maybe
wouldn't.
kill it on the way up, not on the way down.
You won't get down in 5 minutes.
It'd be great. You know what I would do? I'd train the horse to,
Would you?
to sidekick.
Would you have it sign written?
No, I have it to sidekick.
What? Cyclists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on with it! I'll call it Trigger. Go on, Trigger. Get on there. Oh, dear.
Madman.
Yeah,
Madman.
but
Madman.
horses have 4 times the price in the Canary Islands.
I don't understand that. I mean, why?
I don't understand
No,
it.
but I mean, why would you even sit there and think, I wonder how much a horse will cost? Oh, come on.
You know?
Why
I just
would
do it, don't you? You sit there and think things, don't you?
Right, I'm on Google. What should I look at? The price of horses. Not the price of the stock you buy, not the price of chickens, not the price of potatoes. You look at the price of blooming horses.
I just
Crazy, man.
well,
Can't
somebody's
believe
got
it.
to keep an eye on the price of horses.
Why?
Because you just do.
Well, horse breeders do, I suppose.
I should have done that tonight. Camels. I've got a chance with camels. There's a lovely big camel park.
There is, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The camels are not from Tenerife. That was the bloody Moroccans that brought them over.
Yeah, that's right.
They take them back, can't they?
I don't know. Diesel, £2.07
In Kent.
in Kent. Somebody said on Jeremy Vine yesterday. Do you listen to Jeremy Vine?
Yeah.
You do?
I like his show, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's a liberal left-winger.
Right.
And normally I don't get on with people like that, but I do like Radio 2. I'm at that age.
Yeah, I love Radio 2. I love Ken
I've got to
Rose.
park a horse at Becadonna. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, isn't it? That's not a problem.
Just tie it up.
Yeah, because you've got the things with the trolleys, haven't you? You just tie it around the trolley.
Yeah.
And you can't get done for drunk driving.
I know, but you can be done for being inebriated in charge of a horse.
Not in Tenerife.
You don't know that.
No.
Oh, all right then. Go for a donkey, Steve.
I did once.
He did, well, he did nothing, just went for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't.
That's Blackpool, isn't it, donkeys? We
Yeah.
used to have a donkey. Remember the donkey in Retamar? Maybe you used to drive up to, if you went to Masco or Santiago Teide, a place, a lovely little village called Retamar.
Yeah, I like that place.
Yeah, and they had a donkey there. And it was my idea. People used to stop. It was outside a vegetable shop. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely guy. The donkey passed away, unfortunately, in the glue factory now.
Yeah.
And you have to get a crane. You need to get a crane to lift it up and put it on the back of a truck.
Oh, mate, I know all about that.
All right. So people used to go in and can we buy some carrots? Can we buy this for the donkey? It's eaten. It's all right. It's been fed. Don't worry about it. And I said to him, listen, get yourself like a little money box and he'll put money in it for his dinner later. He thought I was completely nuts. Anyway, he did it. Did you ever see it? On the donkey's head, there was a strap. We put a strap on. There was a little box, and it said tips. So this is true. So tourists used to start driving up. Oh, mum, donkey. So, back up. All the kids out. Oh, look at that donkey, mum. Photograph. Oh, should we feed it? And they're like, no, I gotta feed the donkey. It's been a fed. Just to put the money, buy the carrot later. So that's what you used to do. People used to put the money in, and then he used to go take the money out. That's true. He's missing it. He told me. I seen him. He says he's missing the money. Not missing the donkey, missing the money.
Donkey tips.
So that's it, yeah. So that's a way to make money.
You could charge the kids for donkey rides at the shack.
No, I'd be arrested, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course you
I'm
would.
looking holy today because my collar is not right. Something's not right about me today.
Yeah. I know you've been doing this all
I
morning.
know, I don't feel right.
You don't feel right. No, nothing's gone right this morning, so...
Do you think I've been poisoned by the Russians?
I think we've got a virus in the system.
Did I tell you it's about $4,000 to get home?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. And also I've got to say, the chief of police, God bless him, he says, Steve, leave the houses.
What do you mean leave the houses?
Because last week, apparently I said on this programme I was going to go and change all the locks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He said, leave them.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's out the window.
So you've been already told off by the police. Can't believe it. You just can't say anything right.
Can't give lifts on a donkey to the airport. Who can? You just got you got a car, don't you? You got a car.
Yeah, just allow yourself extra couple hours.
But they used to have donkey rides to Mascara before you lived in Tenerife, Eddie.
Yeah.
In the early 80s, Santiago Teide had a donkey
We had
farm.
photos on not so long ago, didn't we, on one of the shows?
Yeah, and they used to take you over to Mascara because that road was undrivable.
Yeah,
And you said, which is that was a nice little touch. It
Well,
might come back though. Donkeys and horses might come back.
Yeah,
The price of petrol keep going up.
Yeah, but I mean, what would it, £2.07 for in Kent? That's for diesel.
But you told me last week you filled your car up in England for 70 quid.
50.
And I don't understand that.
No.
Because I filled my car up, fill up this €40.
I fill mine here for 70.
How does that then? But your car's smaller than mine.
Must have a bigger tank.
You know what? Can I ask you something? I've never known. I've always wanted to ask this question, and I'm going to sound stupid. I'm going to sound stupid. You know the petrol over here is 98 and 95.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I used to think it was a year. So I always buy. This is true. I always buy 98.
No.
It's the most expensive one.
Yeah.
You know, I say, as for old cars, 98's for the modern. I keep waiting for the new petrol to come out, like the millennial petrol, the 2000.
Now, as I understand it, and I could be well wrong, 95 is a standard fuel, but if you've got a performance car, like,
Like my car.
Yeah, okay. Just performance is happening on the back seat of that one, doesn't it? But I think if you've got a performance car, then you use 98 because it's a much more refined petrol. I don't know.
What do you use?
Sure. 95.
I use 98.
No,
because I put 95 for old cars and 98 like the up-to-date petrol.
No, 95.
So I could use 95 because it's bloody cheaper than 98.
Yeah, use 95.
But can I mix it?
Yeah, don't put diesel in it. No.
Did that once in Las Americas.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what my friend did? In Las Americas, and I was staying in Torres Jumeli, and we had this old car between the two of us. Ian Leonard, he's passed away, that fantastic singer. And we put diesel in it instead of petrol.
Oh, that's it then.
No. He was a racing car driver. You know what he did?
What?
He quickly went under the car, released the valve, and all the diesel was coming down the street. It was all where Tramp's disco is. It was all going down. I said, what are you doing? He said, we had to get it out quick, don't worry. And then he closed it, put petrol in it. He said, just let the engine run. There was all this smoke coming out. And the car still worked. The whole street, there's all this diesel going down.
Amazing.
Yeah, but nobody said a word.
No, well, no, they wouldn't. But I think if you've got 98 in, it's not going to matter if you put 95 in, because it'll just mix.
Yeah, so I can do that. I'm going to go on to 95. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I think so.
In England, isn't it? In England, do they have it in England, 98, 95?
I think so. But I think
What did you put in your car in England?
95.
Did it say 95?
Yeah.
What was that? Is that not the year?
No, it's the octane.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Listen,
Thank you.
We're going to go for a break. I'm going to explain octane. We'll be back
No
in
idea.
a couple of minutes.
Join us at 60s Bar in Los Gigantes for games, quizzes, karaoke and much, much more. We are located just down the steps in front of the pharmacy. A friendly, local pub, perfect for you and your family. 60s Bar, Los Gigantes.
Everybody has fun at the Chicken Shack. Where else can you go to get a fabulous meal, fabulous entertainment? Well, Stevie. Great drinks, all at the right price. The atmosphere is tremendous. Join us at the Chicken Shack. For reservations, call 922 862459. The Chicken Shack in Puerto Santiago. Or join us on Facebook at the Chicken Shack Fan Club. Right guys, before we go, I've got to say, if you're watching us on XPTV1, we're going to lose you now. We're going to carry on Facebook and YouTube, and you can catch us on the catch-up on Monday night at 6 o'clock. So listen guys, to all our XPTV1 viewers, we'll see you on the catch-up next week.
Oh yeah, I like doing that because they did that, don't they, in other programmes?
They do, yeah, they do.
Yeah, we're going live over to them. We're losing here in West Yorkshire, but we're staying in Lancashire.
Job done.
Job done. Fabulous.
So we'll see you on Monday, XPTV1,
Yes.
or you guys on Facebook
Don't
and YouTube.
stay.
We've got another 10 or 15 minutes left,
So
yeah.
don't you stay just a little bit longer. So, going back to my friend,
Is this coffee?
Cafe,
Oh, cafe.
yeah,
sorry.
that's his code name.
Code name.
And he was saying to me,
I wish I'd got some Mission Impossible
yeah,
music.
yeah. You know, he was telling me he's got to delete everything, all the messages we've been sending. He deletes it all straight away. He says the police are stopping people in Moscow, taking their phones off them and checking that they're not sending messages abroad, they're not reading the news from abroad, etc., etc. They're not sharing. That's frightening. That's Gestapo, isn't it? Yeah. So it's got all the messages, everything. I just showed Eddie a message there.
Yeah.
And that's what I got this morning. And now everything else has been deleted in case the police stop them.
So you're telling me that the police in Russia now
Yeah. or randomly stopping people.
And just clearing the history on the
No,
phone.
no. Taking the phones off them, going through the phone. If they find anything, it's contrary to the Russian, to Putin, they're arrested. They're arrested on the spot.
I know that they go out protesting, and they have arrested so many people.
Unbelievable.
For protesting the war. I mean, God, I know we kind of enjoy, well, actually, I'm going to say something now that
here we go.
I don't think is true. I would like to think that we enjoy a certain amount of freedom of speech. But when you're that repressed, that you, even the people who run your country, and let's face it, Russia's at war with Ukraine. Ukraine are defending themselves. So 90% of the Russian people are going about their normal lives. But when they find out what's happening and they start protesting, they get arrested and get sent to one of the gulags and one of you. Yeah. I couldn't imagine living like that.
Now we're off expat TV, everybody.
Yeah.
We can relax. He says I wasn't allowed to put my picture up. He says no way. I think we should. Shouldn't we?
You think so?
We've got time, Eddie.
Can we do it right at the end? Well, because I've got to turn this into a show for rerun on Tuesday.
All right then.
Monday.
All right then.
I know you're itching. I mean, I
You
can
just
press the button.
in one breath, you said.
I can press the button, but
In one breath.
I mean, look, it's blank. It's blank. At the
No,
moment.
yeah, but I want it behind me.
I can't put it behind you now. I can,
All right then, leave it.
you see that's the media centre. That's
Yeah.
what we call the media centre.
Right, all right, okay. What's Jimmy said? Steve, good job. You're not in France. There's 3 types of petrol.
And the same for diesel. That can't be right. I mean, the petrol pumps would look like a bar, wouldn't they? With us, what are you having? Oh, I'll just have a shot of 95.
When you buy your cars, my car's only 2 years old. They should tell you what to put in it, shouldn't they?
Well, they do. Have you never opened your petrol cap and looked on the inside door?
No.
Have a look.
Really?
Yeah, open your door. And there's usually a little sticker that tells you what to put in.
Oh, well, look at that.
I'm surprised you've got a car that works.
I don't put the petrol in.
You have got a nice car, though, I'll give you
The
that.
petrol pump boy puts it in.
Well, what if you go somewhere where there isn't a petrol pump boy?
I don't go there. I go to Retima.
Yeah, you just go to one that you know someone's going to look after you.
Yeah.
But don't you tell him which one you want.
No, that's siempre.
Oh, lo mismo. No, you've got to tell him which one you want, surely. Because
I wish you would call me Shirley when I'm dressed as a priest.
I know, yeah. Well, you know,
No, because he knows it. He knows I've been buying bloody 9 to 8. Even my old car was 9 to 8. I used to think 9 to 5 was for old cars.
No,
And 9 to 8 was a new petrol for the new cars.
no.
Well, now I know. Now, thank you for educating me. So when I go tomorrow...
What a great statement. Steve, you're so intelligent but hilariously dim.
Yeah, it's true though.
I love
It was the
that.
same a few weeks ago. I've got people in Mercadona.
Yeah.
I think I told the story that morning. And it was I went shopping in Mercadona. I've woke up at Mercadona and the moon's up. The bloody moon's up at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I said to this couple, I said, excuse me. I said, can you answer me a question? I did tell it on here. I said, why is the moon there? And it's daylight. And he just happened to be
Astronomer?
yes, he knew. Oh God, did he go on? And when he explained it all to me, I'm just gradually now, at the age of 57, things have been explained to me. Now,
Slow learner.
it was never too late to learn, is
No,
it?
I'll give you that.
I'm learning things ever since I met you, Eddie.
Oh, right.
I'm learning day by day.
Day by day. Go. So what have you learned that's good this week then?
The petrol,
The petrol.
the 95. I'm going to put 95 in it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll tell the boy he's going to have a heart attack, isn't he?
yeah.
He's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
He might hand in his notice.
95, 95. You go, what? What's going on?
I
Because
mean,
it is a couple of cents cheaper.
It is. It is. You're going to save a fortune, Steve. You just see the difference in price.
I did see, funny, Tracy,
What?
that's why I'm asking the question. I've seen the price difference. I think, bloody hell, how come old cars that are cheaper? I'm thinking old cars should be more expensive because the engines are old and more things come out the exhaust.
Yeah.
And my car, bloody new car, 2 years old, it's more expensive.
Yeah, but you don't have to use 98.
I know that now. Thank
Well,
you.
I'll tell you what you do.
Thank you, Eddie.
I'll tell you what you do. Just to put your mind at rest, open the filler
I'm going to do that. Send you a picture.
and have a look. Have a look. There you go. On the subject of Stevie's random meeting in Mercadona, what about my random meeting on Worcester High Street? Yeah. See,
I meet you. Oh, it's Holly. I never met Holly in Worcester High Street.
No, we were there. We were there last week on holiday, and we're walking up the high street in Worcester.
Yeah.
And there's this old guy on one of these mobility scooters.
Yeah.
Right. And he pulled up to me, and he said, "Excuse me, son." And I like that straight away.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought he was looking for directions. I says, "How can I help you?" He says, "Do you believe in God or creation?"
Okay, I was good. Really?
Really? I thought to myself, how long have you got? Do you really want to sit
Was
there?
he a Bible basher?
Oh, yeah. But what he didn't know, and you can't tell just by looking at me, is I've written a book about this, haven't I? So,
we have.
yeah, I have. You sign it, which
Yeah.
I suppose helps.
Yeah,
in
of
a
course
way.
it helps. Helps the sales, Eddie.
So, he said to me, "Do you believe in God or creation?" And
In God or creation?
Yeah, he's talking about Darwinism and all
Right,
this
okay.
and evolution. And I thought, I didn't want to say it, I thought,
Upset the old boy.
yeah, I thought, how long have you got? Have you got a few hours? Do you really want to sit and talk to me for a few hours?
On a cold day in
Yeah,
Worcester.
that's it. So I eventually just, tip my tit, says, "Listen, I've got my own theories on religion." I says, "But listen, have yourself a lovely nice day." And thought nothing of it. Well, the other day, a day later, we were back in Worcester, and he was going up to everybody on his mobility scooter. Now, whether he needed that scooter or not, I don't know. But what a great way to get your message across. Because somebody sees people in a mobility scooter, they go,
I'm
"Yes,
studying at the
can I
moment,
help you?"
Eddie. I'm studying at the moment.
What are you studying?
Mega churches.
Mega churches.
Yeah. Massive in America at the moment. Absolutely massive.
Isn't that like the Moonies and things like
It's
that?
all of them. There's about 6 of these blokes, multi-millionaires,
Yeah.
and they believe in the philosophy of what they call it is sowing the seed. The
Yeah.
more money you give to the preacher, the more you get back from God.
Really?
Yeah, sow the seed. Give him $100 and you'll get 1,000 back. And they call them mega churches because there's over 2,000. Have you ever seen them, Eddie?
Yeah.
These people. One guy has got about 7 private jets.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're like,
£125 million.
they're like evangelists, aren't
Yeah,
they?
but it's a massive thing. So I'm trying to get into it, Eddie.
Yeah. What, you're going to open your own church?
Yeah, why not?
Always
I'm
said
dressed for it. I'm ready to go.
Always said it. She says that I should have asked him if he wanted to buy any double glazing. Yeah, see. People have had this double glazing
I
salesman.
can't believe a Bible basher stopped in the street, though.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Happened, didn't it? Oh. Yeah, it did.
So
See?
you wouldn't get Bible bashers stopping in the street here, do you?
No.
Do
that's-
you?
no.
You only get the Romanians stopping you actually for directions before you know your wallet's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work. That'll work.
Did you?
Did I give him a signed book? No, I didn't. Because Stevie wasn't there.
Yes, we only do double
To
signings
come
now.
to sign it, simple as that. Well, listen.
Are we
folks,
going?
Yeah, we're kind of on our way.
I want to
now.
go and see my car. I want to go and see.
You're going
I'm
out
gonna
there.
right everyone. When I leave the studio, I'm gonna go to my car and take a picture and I'll put it on the WhatsApp, the Multicoloured Talk Show WhatsApp. How did they join that?
Listen, when we get back to Facebook, I'll put the link on. You can rejoin us. Church of the Holy Chicken.
Yeah. Have you seen? I mean, it's a mega business. I mean, I was going to go down the medium, the Doris Stokes side of business, but I think the mega churches are better.
Wendy, you're quite right. There isn't much difference between mega church officials and dictators. There really isn't. Because some of these churches, they turn into cults, like the Jimmy James and people like that, David Koresh, people like that. And then it becomes a bit nasty. But that's for another day, maybe. Listen, guys, we'd like to apologise for our faux pas technical faux pas.
Oh, the photo, yes.
I've not forgot the photo.
Thank you, Tracy.
Before we go,
I'm glad she's here today.
yeah, before
And
we
this
go,
is the picture I wanted, and he said,
we're going to say thank you to our friends on XPTV1.
www.xptv1.com. Yumba jumba.
Dakoyo.
I'll learn it for next week.
Facebook and
Thumbs
YouTube.
up.
Go and join us. It's been an absolutely brilliant.
The picture is the picture that you'll see on the news on Monday morning when we release it.
Yeah.
Because
So-
unfortunately, it's happened, hasn't it, Eddie?
Well,
I've done it.
Steve, I don't know
I've
whether
done
this
it.
is a wise move, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not been Steve Gerald. I've not been Steve Gerald from the Chicken
And
Chef.
I'm definitely not Steve Gerald. I'm Eddie Hastings from 60s Bar.
We'll see you next Saturday on the Multicoloured Talk Show at 11 o'clock, and
Live.
it will be the end of season.
If I've not been murdered by the
If you've not been
Russians,
murdered. Do you really want me to press this button?
do it.
Do you really
Yeah.
want me to? Oh, I think this is a mistake.
There's never a mistake in the show, Eddie.
Let me tell you what happens.
Regrets, but never a mistake.
Let me tell you what happens. Stevie goes to bed of a night time and he dreams, and he draws his dreams
I
down.
dream a dream
And
of
this-
Putin's dead.
And this is Stevie's
He's
dream.
got a gun right through the forehead.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. That's what Stevie wants. We're going to get done. We'll see you next week on the Multicoloured Talk Show. Take care. Bye.
You've been watching the Multicoloured Talk Show with Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I don't understand.
Season 5.
That is awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and set your notifications.
God help us all.